Hello and welcome everyone to this week's COT review. I'm Thomas from COTbase.com. Today we're going to be looking at the 17th Commitments of Traders report of 2019. And as we always do, we're going to start off with the changes in commercials positions. We have the Swiss franc on top of our list with a 15% change. You can see that on the chart over there being larger than average, nothing unusual. Of course, it is a bullish change signal coming after a decent decline in the past couple of weeks. So it could possibly signal us a price move upwards early next week. Jumping to the 5-year chart, you can also see that the extreme signal seems to be coming pretty bullish itself. So of course this could continue for a couple more weeks before we reach that all-time or close to all-time extreme, but nevertheless it's an extreme that should be taken seriously already. And of course we can expect in the medium to long term a shift upwards in the trend of the Swiss franc. The next market is sugar, where we have this 11% change in commercials positions. Back to the 1-year chart, you can see that change size over there. Again, a bit larger than average, but nothing exceptionally large. It is a bearish COT change signal, but as you can see on Thursday and Friday, the market already declined a bit. Jumping to the 5-year chart, you can see how extreme this market is. We have been moving away in the past couple of months from these bullish COT extremes. Of course, we're pretty far away from all-time or close to all-time bearish extreme levels. So this trend could continue, which of course would give us the expectation of further rally in the sugar market. We'll see what will happen in the next couple of months. So it's basically the COT change signal, and that's not that large either. So maybe we can find some better opportunities. Shifting to gold, an interesting market these days, where we have this 11% change in commercials position. So not that large. You can see last week we had an even greater change, and you can see that eventually the market reacted, and you can see that it closed the week higher. And so we can conclude that the signal itself was successful. Jumping to the 5-year chart, you can see that we've been at a very significant bullish extreme back in August and October of last year, which of course was a very successful signal. You can see how it pinpointed this bottom in the market. Since then, the price of gold has increased. But in the past few months, we've witnessed a bit of a decline. You can see that the extreme started to gradually increase towards the bullish side of the market again. Moving on to large speculators, COT Extreme and opening live cattle. We've been talking about this market, of course, in the past few reviews. What's very interesting to see that as the market reacted to this extreme signal, which has been in the market for many weeks now, the extreme is still increasing in size. So of course this simply suggests that this decline will most probably continue. Russian ruble is the next market, again all-time extreme, and again we're not surprised to see that because the last few reviews we had it in the market. Just shift the chart a little bit for you to more easily see the price chart. Again, or similarly to live cattle, but maybe not on that long length, you can see that the market started to react to this bearish extreme. It has started to go down, so Russian ruble losing value against the dollar, and of course this extreme itself suggests that this can continue in the next couple of weeks, month ahead of us. And last but not least, let's have a look at corn. Again, where we have an all-time COT extreme, not only in large speculators but small speculators as well, and of course commercials at their extremes also. So maybe coming a little bit, oh, there we go, yeah. So here you can see multiple examples. Anybody interested in how these extremes signal changes in the trend can check them out and see that basically grains are usually markets where these COT extreme signals are very successful. So basically it's a pretty simple conclusion. We have a bullish all-time COT extreme in the market in large speculators. commercial very close to their all-time extreme. Small speculators are definitely there. Of course, you can witness a very significant correlation between small speculators and commercials. And of course, it suggests that in the medium to long term, there could be a possible rise in the market. So that was all for this review. Of course, you can do a more in-depth and detailed COT analysis, and of course, you can check out other COT report types, data types over here. You can analyze multiple data sets. You can look at, of course, each and every market category, including cryptocurrencies. And you can, of course, do a more in-depth COT change analysis as well, looking at multiple report changes. Of course, you can chart the COT index, the move index here. You can do a volume and open interest analysis as well. So a lot of great features here. I hope you will give it a chance to check it out. And that's that. So thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will have a great weekend. And I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.